time. But right now, let's turn our attention to music. And I suppose when we talk about Pan-African Parliament, we talk about all things to do with Africa. And right here in the Joburg Theatre, we'll be presenting a special weekend of African music featuring the richness of the continents, the rhythms, the dance and the song. A diverse and exciting program is scheduled to salute Africa's musical heritage. The celebrations including multi-talented Nigerian saxophonist Femi Koya with his 8-piece South African band, as well as special guest Abena Koomson, who you heard a bit earlier, who is a member of the Broadway show Fela, will both be there. They are in studio with us and they're going to be telling us more about these Africa Day celebrations. So lovely to have both of you. Welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you for having us.
That's fantastic. So, Abena, we heard from you earlier. What a magnificent voice you have got. So,
thank you very much.
Unbelievable. I mean, you've been performing on Broadway. What's it been like for you?
Yeah, it's been an amazing journey. The thing that brought me to Broadway was the musical Fela.
Yeah.
And I've really been inspired by Fela's music, so I'm really happy this weekend to be representing that great legacy as part of this Pan-African collective of amazing musicians, including Femi.
Exactly. I mean, that is just such a, I think it's just going to be such an amazing thing to be a part of and an event to be at. But you're an accomplished poet. You actually, if I'm not mistaken, you're from Harlem?
Yes, I live in Harlem, New York.
You live in Harlem, New York. What are your writings about mostly?
I think really what I write about is goodness. I really think it's important for people to recognize their own goodness and be connected to it. And I also write about my culture. I'm excited to be an African. I'm excited to be an African as a part of the diaspora. So that's what most of my writings have to do with.
Oh, good. All right. Well, Femi, you are no stranger to South Africa. I mean, it's so nice. You're a good friend of us. And in fact, your new album features quite a few South African artists as well. Tell us a little bit more.
You know, it's also in the spirit of Africa Day. My album, you know, I have Pops Mohammed, I have Stompy Manana, the Soweto Gospel Choir.
Wonderful.
You know, it's just representing and you know, pushing forward the African culture.
Yeah. What were you hoping to achieve with this particular album?
This album, for me, the title of the album is called Iba. In Yoruba, it means paying homage. And I think we need to, you know, as musicians, we need to pay homage to those who have gone, you know, ahead of us. Just like what we're doing now, like we're paying tribute to Fela Kuti. You know, so Fela Kuti is a great legend that we have to, you know, keep his legacy going on. Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. And as a continent, you know, because I think, you know, it's we have to do it as one voice, and that's what's so important. And to be a part of this particular Africa Day celebration and this music, especially after some of the events that we saw this year happening in South Africa, what do you think the feel will be this year at this particular performance?
Well, it's still a feel-good feel. I don't think we need to back down. You know, as Africans, we still need to celebrate, you know, our victories, and we look back to, you know, our difficulties, our challenges. And in that way, we'll be able to solve our problem. But one thing we need to know is that we have to unite.
Indeed.
There's no way we can, you know, actually solve our problems without being as one.
Yeah, and that's what I think. That's what the message is. That
that's what the message is, and that's
one.
what the prophets has always been saying.
Yeah.
Nkrumah said it, Obafemi Awolowo said it, Sopokoya said it. They all said it.
Yeah.
You know, and Thabo Mbeki also, you know, took this thing up and talked about the African Renaissance. So we shouldn't let it die. We need to continue in that spirit. And that's the only way we can move forward as Africans.
Indeed. I mean, you know, Abena, you're Ghanaian. Your heritage is Ghana. Were you born in Ghana?
I was actually born in the States.
So you were born in the States?
I lived for a time in Ghana as a young child to meet my family.
Yeah.
But definitely raised in a Ghanaian household in America.
Yeah.
And one of the things I'm excited about in terms of Africa Day, this idea of unity. Here I am, an American-born Ghanaian playing with a Nigerian who lives in South Africa, and then we'll have that beautiful voice of Lura from Cape Verde, and of course South Africa's own Ringo and Lyra. It's Pan-African, this event in and of itself, and it's a microcosm of what we need to be as a continent.
Yeah, it's you know, I must say when all of these, and I'm sorry that I keep bringing up these incidences that did happen, these xenophobic attacks, but it's hard not to. What else is not hard, what's not hard to bring up is the reaction from musicians. They were devastated. South African musicians in particular were devastated about what was going on, because the support in the African continent for musicians from Africa here in South Africa and from South Africa in Africa is huge. We're all one, and I mean, this again, bringing together and just showing our music to, and the appreciation, it's just amazing.
It is amazing. You know, my own take about the whole xenophobia thing is, as a foreigner, and I've been living in South Africa for quite a while, and I do know South Africans.
Yes.
So I would say to you that, you know, in this country, we still have, we haven't dealt with, you know, a lot of tribalistic issues that are on the ground. And if that is not dealt with, we will still have more problems. Indeed. But if we're able to attack that problems, then we won't have problems.
Yeah. So, no problems going to happen this weekend. Talk to me about it. How do we get tickets? You've told me who's some of the people who are going to be performing, but just tell me, what can we expect? What's going to happen there? The Joburg Theatre.
Yeah, I think be at the Joburg Theatre on Friday and on Saturday at 8 p.m. It's going to be an amazing show. It's going to be lots of different styles of music and lots of different connections between musicians. And music is really that thing that brings people together. It's a universal language. So no matter what languages you hear, I think people are going to have a great time.
Oh,
well, I really look forward working with, you know, Abena. I think it's going to be a bomb. That day
I think more than ever, I have to tell you, it's going to be beautiful. This year is going to surpass all other years for Africa Day being celebrated at the Joburg Theatre. I'm sure this is just one of many events that are taking place, but you can book tickets at CompuTicket?
Yes, you can actually call Joburg Theatre.
And call the theatre directly as well. All right, thank you so much, both of you, for being with us here on the programme. And it's lovely to have you visiting us here in South Africa.
It's my pleasure.
Good, thank you so much. Right, that's Femi Koya, Nigerian and South African-based saxophonist, and Abena Koomson, who's a singer and poet from New York. Africa Day celebrates the continent's achievements and affirms its vision to create a better life for all. Please send us your tweets. Let us know how you'll be celebrating Africa Day.